Welcome to the Twin Survivor Toolkit, a one-of-a-kind online course specifically for womb twin survivors and for all those who've survived the very painful loss of a twin in the womb. Maybe you're here because you've experienced a massive amount of suffering that very few people around you understand. Maybe you're feeling stuck or searching to try and understand and heal this pain that you've been carrying for so long. If any of this sounds familiar, then know that you are in the right place and know that you are so very welcome here. Being here means that you've probably already taken such courageous steps to support your own healing journey, and I want to honor this and also thank you for joining me today. My name is Lisa, and I'm a fellow twin survivor and a trained movement psychotherapist with a passion for working specifically with twin survivors. The aim of this 10-day course is to share opportunities for healing that I've found helpful along the way. Part 1 of the course, from day 1 to 5, is all about tending to you and your relationship with yourself. Part 2 of this course, days 6 to 10, is all about tending to you and how you relate to the world around you and to others in the world around you. You'll also have access to your own workbook to support your process. Each day comes with a reflective sheet to fill in that helps you to map your journey. You'll also be able to offer comments and ask questions with each section. And remember that you're always welcome to get in touch directly if you're looking for a bit more support. Please know that you are not on your own. So together on this course, we'll look at some theory and include practical exercises as well that can help move you through supportive shifts. You'll have time to reflect on these things that you've learned and also on insights that come up for you. While this course is not designed to completely heal you from your loss and trauma, it is designed to support you on your journey. Part 1 of the course talks specifically to some of the challenges of prenatal trauma and is designed specifically for twin survivors who want to begin to learn how to feel at home in their body. It's also for those who want to learn how to honor their twin and their twin's energy, how to celebrate that each of you come with your own unique purpose, so that you can become unstuck and each live in your own purpose more freely. You'll learn to lean into your body and movement for support and gain awareness of sensations, all with the aim to support you to a more healthy and aligned relationship with yourself so that you can live a more healthy and balanced life. Part 2 of the course will look at some of the neurobiology of your prenatal trauma and how this may have impacted on your survival instincts. This will then help you to understand your struggles and responses and relationship patterns better so that you can find possibilities for new patterns that can further support you to live a life that is way healthier and more aligned for you. So just briefly, for practicality's sake, I'll be using the term twin survivor. My heart goes out to all expressions of twin survivors, and so I invite you to adjust the term as you feel fit, welcoming vanishing twin survivors, IVF babies, those impacted by the miscarriage or abortion of their twin, those who've experienced twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, fetus in fetu, or if you've had a parasitic twin or teratoma and are experiencing deep grief related to the loss of connection. Welcome also to practitioners, friends, family members, and partners of twin survivors, and those who are tenderly curious. Research shows that about 1 in 10 of us, if not more, is conceived as a twin or multiple. Some experts or friends and family may argue that the loss experienced in some of the above-mentioned cases is merely the loss of germ cells and not the loss of an actual person. Whether this is or isn't the case, it seems that many of us are still deeply impacted by our prenatal loss. So, while some of us can continue through life without ever knowing or needing to process this loss, others of us that perhaps don't have any evidence often hear, "You're just making a big deal out of nothing," And the rational part of us can be left doubting our intuitive self that has this deep sense of knowing loss and this deep grief that followed our very early traumatic separation can leave us with a sense of searching throughout the rest of our lives. So if you've come this far, I ask you to please offer compassion for yourself and compassion for the twin survivors in your life, especially when they take the courage to share their experience. While evidence could support you on your journey, you don't need to have it. I am more interested in tending to how you've been impacted by your journey and how you can support yourself through the struggles, and also learn to celebrate the many gifts and joys that come along with being a twin survivor. You may at this point be feeling like, oh, finally someone who understands. Or you might be thinking, this Lisa lady is just crazy. Either way, I want to thank you for getting to this point and really encourage you to trust your intuition as you decide whether you're going to listen further or move on with the rest of your day. Right, so at this point, let's delve into a bit of theory. It can be helpful to know that a lot of your pain, struggle, and frustration around feeling stuck is actually linked to the prenatal trauma you experienced so early on in your life. As a tiny developing baby, when you lost your very first deep connection and relationship, you didn't have the words to help you understand what was going on. You didn't have anybody to hold you and comfort you in your grief, and this would have made it really hard to process and work through. And if this leaves you feeling a little bit emotional right now, just offering yourself a gentle hug or taking a deep breath in. And out again. So because of not being able to process this verbally, your trauma memories and emotions are likely stored in your body, in the non-verbal parts of your subconscious. So even if you've been in years of talking therapy, it's likely that some of that trauma is still stuck in this non-verbal place. It's not your fault you're still feeling stuck. It's not your fault for storing those memories. It's not your fault you haven't been able to process them. If the trauma is stuck in the body, that's where we need to return to offer healing. Through working with the body, mind, soul, and movement, we can help heal the trauma non-verbally. So let's shift our focus to moving into a practical exercise. Please be aware that because I'm not in the same space as you, I'm going to ask you to check that your surroundings are safe and accept that you are participating in this at your own risk. I'm also trusting that you know your body and its capabilities and ask that you don't push yourself into anything you don't feel comfortable with. If you like, listen to the exercise first before you replay and then participate in it. This will help you sense into whether this exercise is relevant for you. Just trusting your gut on this. You can always come back to it at a later date if you feel you're ready to or want to. So bear in mind that it's likely you'll get more out of these exercises if you participate in them. So just making sure that if you listen first, you don't just, skim over the actual participation aspect. Because that's where so many powerful shifts can occur. If you like, after you've done the exercise, you can pause and take note of any reflections or insights that have come up for you in a journal of some kind. Because I'm not there with you and don't know your unique story, I can't help sense into what might or might not be most beneficial for you. And I also can't adapt the exercises specifically to your needs. So this is going to require some input on your side as well. Really trusting that what you know and what you feel is right for you. Okay, so let's start with the exercise by finding a safe and comfortable space to sit or stand, lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out, shifting the focus to your body. Noticing your ribcage rise and fall as you breathe in your own time. Recognizing that somehow through your own unique journey and turn of events, you've stumbled upon this course. I want to welcome you here, reminding you that you are not alone and that you are not crazy. There are a whole lot of people in the world out there who recognize your pain and who know you're not making it up. Sometimes, if we've felt alone for so long, we can begin to feel like we don't belong, like we're not welcome. So let's tend to this part of ourselves. So if you can imagine a scale or a continuum from 1 to 10 of how welcome you have felt on this earth, where 1 represents feeling not welcome at all, not really feeling like you fit in at all, or like you perhaps shouldn't even be here, all the way up to 10, where you'd be feeling right at home, feeling really welcome, feeling like you can own the space around you. So just take some time to gather where you're on that scale from 1 to 10 and just make a note of that number. And let it go for a while as we take another deep breath in and out. No need for judgment about the thoughts that are coming up. Just noticing and being aware. Find a comfortable spot, whether it's standing, sitting, or lying down, gently focusing back to your breath and to the rise and fall again. And in this place, finding a gentle rocking motion, whether that's like leaning side to side, or forward and back, or maybe it's in the shape of a hug, where you're rocking from side to side. Whatever gentle to and fro movement feels natural for you right now, just allowing yourself to settle into the rhythm of that gentle rocking, focusing in on the back and forth, and remembering that this course was designed specifically for you, and that it is you who is welcome here. And if you find your mind struggling with that, then just allowing the rocking to be what sends that welcoming signal through your body. Gently rocking the doubts away, knowing that you've found your way to this course in a community of people who share a deep empathy for what you've gone through. Knowing that even though your twin wasn't born to life alongside you, that you were born into this life and have already brought so much joy and experienced tender moments and synchronicities that not everybody else has had the sensitivity to tap into. Knowing that your sensitivity is actually a real gift, even if others have led you to believe it's a pain. Knowing that you have such depth and insight to share, and a life purpose that is uniquely yours, a life purpose that no one else in this whole wide world can fulfill. Knowing that your presence here and your healing journey is supporting other twin survivors on their healing journey too. Thank you for having the courage to show up, the courage to still be here, the courage to heal. It's a great privilege to have you here, and you are welcome. So just allowing yourself to gently rest in this moment for a while, pausing the video if you want to be here a little longer, and then when you're ready, gently returning to the scale of 1 to 10 and noting where on that scale you are now. 1, feeling not welcome at all, and 10, being right at home. So just observing and noting the number without judgment, and then returning your focus to the gentle rocking or to the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Carving out some space in the day ahead of you to give yourself permission to feel welcome, signaling this outwardly, perhaps by bringing in a color, plant, or picture, or maybe shifting a piece of furniture to a place that makes you feel more welcome where you are. Taking another deep breath in and out, as we slowly draw our focus again to the gentle rocking motion, and slowly bring this rocking motion to a pause. Maybe giving yourself a hug with your arms or holding your hands in front of your heart space. Whatever closing pose feels right for you. And in this stillness, taking a couple of deep breaths in and out in your own time. Thanking yourself for being here. And when you're ready to return to your lowered gaze or closed eyes, gently opening and allowing them to fall on an object or a space around you that you quite like. Taking in another deep breath, and on the out breath, having a look around the room, noticing if there's anything that captures your eye, noticing how you're sitting or standing, just noticing the space around you. Maybe it's bringing in a bit of movement or a stretch or a yawn. You may want to press pause and jot some notes down to reflect a little further on this exercise, or just allow yourself these next few moments to ponder about or continue to feel the level of welcome that you deserve to feel. Or you might have some questions that you'd like to jot down and get in touch with later. So as we step out of this exercise, it's important to note that some people might find a course like this is enough for them to access the transformation they've been looking for, while others may find that they're still left feeling a bit stuck. Don't be too hard on yourself when things feel tough. Yes, while this course can offer incredibly profound and transformational shifts, please remember that it's not a quick 10-day fix-all. For a deepened and lasting shift, you can get in touch and ask about ongoing therapy or the program I have on offer specifically designed to each person's unique twin survivor journey. The beauty of attending sessions with me or other professionally trained practitioners means that you'll be working together in a supportive therapeutic environment that offers a more personalized approach to tending to your specific trauma, to find relief and release and ways to shift out of stuckness that make most sense to you. So just remembering that much of our prenatal trauma was experienced on a non-verbal level, and tending to this with the body and movement, or with an exercise by creating space for us to feel welcome, we can then soften any tension we might be carrying within our subconscious. Any doubts or feeling we don't belong can be acknowledged and offered compassion and offered room to shift, so that we can sense that transformation not only in our minds but also in our body. And in this way we can tend to the various themes that are relevant to us as twin survivors with the support of body and movement, so that we can really carry that shift and positive, healthier way of being with ourselves and of interacting with life and of relationship patterns, so that our whole self can experience this wonderful transformation. I would love, love, love to welcome you to join me on this 10-day journey. So if it resonates with you, grab the opportunity to join us on the specifically designed course for womb twin survivors. Get in touch to sign up, and I so look forward to seeing you there. On the other hand, if you're feeling this course is not for you, that's completely okay. Feel free to get in touch for different kinds of support through my other services or elsewhere. It's important, so important, that you like the vibrant energy of the person you are entrusting to support you on your healing journey. So really spend time making sure that you feel safe and comfortable with the person that you're working with. Thank you so much for being here. And as I end off, I just want to remind you that you are not crazy. You are everything you need to be. Give yourself permission to settle into you and flow with your purpose. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.